My name is Madalyn Ontiveros, and my video is on global warming. I chose this topic because in today's society, we are living very, very carelessly, and it may be too late before everyone is on board with the fact that we, the human race, are unintentionally killing our Mother Earth's atmosphere and overusing resources by using too many, environmentally harmful aerosols that are killing our ozone layer. We're being wasteful and lazy. Whether it is causing a shortage or flat out littering, we are having a very negative attitude about our environment's health. So, is global warming too big of a problem for, say, someone like me to tackle, or someone, a stranger? Not necessarily. I mean, making conserving energy a part of your daily routine and your decisions as a consumer are a big part in our environmental health. When you shop for new appliances like refrigerators, washers, or dryers, look for products that have the government's Energy Star label. They meet a higher standard for efficiency in energy. Let's see. So, the actual meaning of global warming is the long-term rise in the average temperature of the Earth's climate system. So basically, it's getting pretty hot. Everything's melting. Our Earth is dying. It is a major aspect of current climate change and has been demonstrated by direct temperature measurements and by measurements of various effects of the warming. And my source on that was from Wikipedia. So, what are the main causes of global warming? It's a good question. Occurs when carbon dioxide, CO2, and other air pollutants and greenhouse gases collect in the atmosphere and absorb sunlight and solar radiation that have bounced off the Earth's surface. Normally, this radiation would escape into space, but those pollutants, which can last for years to almost centuries, which is a pretty long time, they last in the atmosphere and they're causing the planet to get hotter. That's what's known as the greenhouse effect, which is causing all our icebergs to melt, which is making it very hard in the Antarctica, the Arctic, up north, for polar bears to find any shelter. There's no land. Everything's melting, all the icebergs. So how is global warming linked to extreme weather? Well, scientists agree that the Earth's rising temperatures are fueling longer and hotter heat waves, more frequent droughts, heavier rainfall, and more powerful hurricanes, which is causing extremely random weather changes, like how here in San Antonio it's hot, then cold, hot, then cold, hot, then cold, and it's raining, and what explains that? Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine announced that it's now possible to confidently attribute certain weather events, like some heat waves, directly to climate change. What are other effects of global warming? Well, melting glaciers, like I said before, early snowmelt, like I said before, and severe droughts will cause more dramatic water shortages and increase the risk of wildfires, which means it's basically getting so hot. Example, in California, they're having those wildfires going on. Everything's catching on fire. It's so hot out there, and it's so dry. Just the heat waves from the sun is just causing everything to just burst into flames. Rising sea levels will lead to coastal flooding on the eastern seaboard, especially in Florida and in other areas such as the Gulf of Mexico. So these waves will, keep rising and rising, and eventually flooding will take over, and we won't have any land left. Basically like the Pangea effect, where there was no land, or there was a bunch of land all at once, and then it spread out, and then now there's little islands called continents now. But it's almost like reversed now. It's gonna be taken over by water. Forests, farms, and cities will face troublesome new pests, heat waves, heavy downpours, and increased flooding, like I've all said before. All factors will damage, destroy agriculture and fisheries. Disruption of habitats such as coral reefs and alpine meadows could drive many plant and animal species to extinction. So basically, everything's going to die out. Allergies, asthma, and infectious disease outbreaks will become more common due to increased growth of pollen-producing ragweed, higher levels of air pollution, and the spread of conditions favorable to pathogens and mosquitoes. So basically, the Zika virus, these mosquitoes are mutating into like these ginormous mosquitoes and biting everybody, and everyone's getting Zika. Slowly but surely. I'm getting bit out here by mosquitoes. Basically, our Earth is dying slowly but surely, and if we don't do something to stop it, we may not have a world to pass on to our kids. That's my topic for today. Thank you.